up, guys? This is Backlog Gaming here with another gaming video. Today what we're going to be talking about is that Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 are all coming to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Now, this was announced by Capcom with a teaser trailer for them on YouTube and other news sites. Now, March 29th is when we get Resident Evil 6. That's coming right up around the corner of next month. Then in summer of 2016, we'll be get Resident Evil 5. And then in fall 2016, we'll be get Resident Evil 4. Now, here's the thing. Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 5, they still look decent because they're from last gen. They are able to do some, upgrades to them. I was really hoping that Resident Evil 4 would be, an upgraded remake, kind of like what Resident Evil 1 was and Resident Evil 0 that recently came out. Or even, an art style like the Revelations. Just something more modern than the PlayStation 2 or the HD remake that we have on the PC that doesn't really function that great on the PC, by the way, Capcom. The reason why you're not seeing any footage or anything else in here that I normally do with these types of videos is due to content copyright claim. I've tried to film this multiple times to basically get it to where it's not claimed by Capcom, and they're really bad at that. So that's the reason why you're just getting me talking to a camera about my opinions of it. Now, I never got to play Resident Evil 6. I do own Resident Evil 6 on my PC. I picked it up on a Steam sale when it was cheap. I did play Resident Evil 5, and I played most of 4, but I stopped about 3/4 of the way through just because people look at these games and like, oh, it's not that bad. The only reason I beat 5 is because it's more action. It's less survival horror. When I play a game, I can easily get freaked out. So that's kind of its job to do. And Resident Evil 5, not that scary. I haven't played Resident Evil 6, but I'm assuming if it's a lot like Resident Evil 5, again, it's going to be more action-based than scary survival horror-based. Resident Evil 4 just gave me a really, really creepy vibe, so it was really hard for me to play it and then try to get back into it, and then I sold my PlayStation 2 copy, and then from there ended up buying the HD remake, but ultimately the HD remake doesn't function very well on PC, so I haven't really played Resident Evil 4. Since then. What I played of it, I did like. Resident Evil 4, obviously out of these three, is the most popular. It has also been the highest acclaimed out of these two since Capcom has deviated from the survival horror aspect and gone straight action horror is what I would call it. I don't know what the actual term for it is. Anyways, will I be picking up this pack or will I be picking up these games individually? Most likely not. Most of my game catalog I have tried to move over to PC just for the sheer fact that I'm hoping that PC continues to go with consoles. I'll start investing with them when they start doing backwards compatibility for physical disc. Right now it's just a hassle. You should see my TV. I have to use an HDMI port that has 4 extra ports for an HDMI to go to 1 HDMI on my TV, and that's getting to the point where it's okay, I'm maxed out, I'm maxed out. You have the Nintendo Wii U, you have the PS3, you have the PS4, you have the Xbox 360. That's 4 systems right there. That's not counting the Roku box, that I use to stream stuff with. So literally all my HDMI ports are taken up to where if I bought an Xbox One, I'd probably disconnect my Xbox 360 because they're building in backwards compatibility to the Xbox One. But with PC, it's able to be more focused around everything's on Steam, everything's digital, it doesn't take up space, and the only space it's required is the hard drive. So I won't personally be purchasing these, but I do recommend that you guys check them out. Hopefully, now that we're seeing kind of the 6, 5, and 4 be released, who knows, maybe we're going to start seeing Resident Evil 7 come out and be announced further down the pipeline, maybe for holiday 2016 or Q1 2017, since that's going to basically complete it, and maybe it'll kind of join everything together. I don't know what they're planning on doing, but I do know that Capcom was looking at remaking a lot of these, so I don't know if they're going to announce maybe a Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Nemesis, all those old ones, Code Veronica X, I don't know if they're going to announce remakes for those and do those how they were doing the other ones. I don't know if they're going to continue Revelations. I have no idea what Capcom's plans are in that retrospect of the genre, but I do know that the majority of people are unhappy with the direction that 6 went, so I'm hoping that they listen to fans and kind of curve it back more towards 4, to where you're getting that more survival horror type aspect instead of trying to be Call of Duty with horror, or not that bad, but that's what they make it out to be. Anyways, guys, what's your thoughts? Are you going to purchase Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 5, and Resident Evil 4 on the next-gen consoles? I was kind of hoping that Resident Evil 4 would be a full-blown HD remake. Again, it's not out until fall 2016, so that could be the case, and they're just kind of hiding behind it right now. But I don't know. Fall's coming up sooner than we think in 2016. But I'm curious to see what your guys' opinions are. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as always, for more daily content on YouTube about gaming. And from there, I'll see you guys next time.